my name's Chloe, and the other day I went to the Barnes & Noble Book Club for Again But Better. I had such an amazing time. They brought out these little tea samples. They brought out samples of tea. And the woman who ran it, I guess the moderator, maybe you would call her? I don't know. But she was really, really nice, and she actually read the book. I was honestly really afraid that the person who was going to be asking the questions and getting everything rolling wasn't going to be someone who read the book, and so it might be, just meh. But she actually read the book, and she was so excited for it, and it was awesome. It was so much fun being able to just sit down and talk to other people about the book. So I highly, highly recommend going to one of these book clubs if you can. So now onto the actual book. Again But Better by Christine Riccio is about a girl named Shane who is in college and is going to study abroad in London. Basically, the whole book is about finding yourself and, of course, love, and there's even like a bit of magic in there, which wasn't what I was expecting, but it was still really, really good. One thing about it, though, is that it does have a lot of references to other things in it. Let's see, Harry Potter, obviously. What else did it reference? Glee, and when I saw that they were watching Glee, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, Glee is awesome. And also, there was that one line with Kim Possible, and that was great. But the thing with all the references is that, some people who are younger might not understand those references, which, it's gonna happen, but, there was a lot of references. I enjoyed it personally because I knew everything that was referenced, but if I didn't, then I might be like, what? Like, what's really going on here? But other than that, even with that, it's still such a good book. Read the book. I don't think I can say it enough. You should read this book.
Psst. Turn away now if you haven't read the book. Spoilers ahead.
What? Is he on our road?
I think so, I hear it. You gotta go get the ice cream.
The ice cream man.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Mom wants ice cream. Hold on.
Ice cream?
I'll go get you ice cream, Mom. Hold on.
Ice cream.
Okay, so first I'm going to talk about just how relatable Shane is. She refers to herself as, more like volunteering as a human joke target. That was on page 6, and I could already relate to her almost more than any other character that I've read about in any other book. So, the beginning when Shane and Pilot go on their first walk together, it was just so incredibly cute, and I wanted it to go on forever, but also I was a little skeptical of Pilot at first, because it's just like, he seems a little bit too nice, like this, he's probably not a good guy. But, as the book went on, I was like, you know what, nah, he's probably good. But then, Amy. Don't get me wrong, I love Pilot so much, but also don't be flirting with other girls if you have a girlfriend. Just saying. Also, can I just talk about how many trips they go on? It's literally crazy. Imagine just being like, you know what, I just feel like spending the weekend in Rome. Do you want to go? Cool, let's go. Like, that's just like, that's awesome. It's awesome. And their trip to Paris, oh my gosh, when they were in the club and they were dancing, and then Pilot was just like, hey girl, I liked that part. But also, yeah, Babe's friend that she brought to Paris as well, what was his name? Chad, man. Chad is a horrible human being. He's just, who does that? Who just leads their friend on and then tries to make out with their friend's friend in front of them. to show them that he doesn't like them that way. It just, I can't. So I guess like the next like, you know, big thing that happened was that Shane's parents surprised her by flying all the way to London. First of all, I don't really recommend doing that. You know, you should probably tell your kid, or even if you're like doing that with your friends, just tell them that you're coming over there, because, you know, if they're studying abroad, this is their time to, like, you know, go out and explore the world. And what if they had plans to go somewhere that weekend, but then you just show up and then that ruins everything? So just tell people if you're going to go visit them. But yeah, I thought it was really sweet when Pilot was trying to, you know, steer the conversation so that they wouldn't find out that Shane had lied about the whole thing. Like, there's no pre-med. So she made a brochure and gave it to them. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that was really stupid of Shane. Like, did she really think that that was okay to do? Like, you don't, there's a line with lying. And she just was like, you know, can you see the line? She went, she's all the way over there. The line's back here. She's over there. You can't do that. So I feel like Shane and her parents both went about things the wrong way. And because of that, the rest of Shane's experience at study abroad was absolutely horrible. She just started studying again for the MCAT, and basically all of like her bullet point list of what she wanted to get done over study abroad completely went in the trash, because she just was so focused on making her parents happy and having her parents not be disappointed in her anymore. And that is where part 1 ended. And let me just tell you, when I came to part 1 and it ended like that, and nothing was resolved, and Pilot and Amy were still together, and Shane was just all by herself, and it was just, man, I was so upset. I was like, what on earth is going to happen now? Because I thought the whole entire book was going to be about Shane and her experiences studying abroad. But no, that's not what it was about. So after part 1, I turned the page and it says 2017. The last part of the book, the first part rather, was in 2011. So I got very, very upset. I was like, oh my gosh. There's 6 years and they don't resolve, and I want to see what happened in those past 6 years, and I was about to get very, very upset. But Shane goes and finds Pilot, and it's kind of weird at first because they meet at an elevator, and it was like, what? Shane? What? Wow, crazy. And he was acting really weird, and it was weird. Okay. But yeah, they go to this cafe, this secret cafe, which actually sounds like really cool because it's like covered in like pages in books. And honestly, if that's a real place, I want to know, because that's awesome. But yeah, she goes with him there and they sit down, and I'm still thinking, what is going on? Oh my gosh, I never talked about the red-haired lady. How have I? Okay. I need to backtrack real quick. So throughout the whole entire book, you know, there's like little sprinkles of the red-haired lady all over the place. So I thought that was, you know, like the little bit of magic. Like, I don't know, like she was guiding them in the right direction. And then when they found, the flyers for the cafe that they went to, I was like, okay, that's definitely the redhead lady. And then they got them, just like, what's gonna happen now though? Like, what is actually going on? Because Shane is with Melvin, who, by the way, sounds absolutely horrible, who is sitting on their bed. Who does that? Like, seriously? Who sits on their bed while they're on the computer and just looks at their significant other and is like, yo, hey, I think we should get married. It'll be good for our taxes. Our taxes. Let's get married because it's good for our taxes. I do not like him. Actually, you know what would be really funny? Seeing like a spin-off book about Melvin. or of Babe. That would be a good book. That would be a good book, yeah. It would be. I'm just imagining it now. Babe is awesome. And her real name is Barbara? What? So they're just talking in the cafe, and I'm really confused on where the rest of the book is gonna go. And they get into the elevator, and it breaks down, and I start freaking out. I was like, oh my god, they're going to die. But no, she wakes up, and she's back in London. And this is where my brain went, like, my brain exploded. I was like, whoa. I just really was not expecting time travel to be the magic that was in the book. I literally thought all that it was the red-haired lady, like a fairy godmother kind of person. So this whole part of the book really took me for a spin. I was like, oh my gosh, what? Like, seriously, what? At first I wasn't too sure how I liked the time travel aspect, because it was kind of, I don't know. I've never been like a huge fan of books like that, but not gonna lie, I loved it. It was a little weird at first, but as the book went on, I just enjoyed it more and more, because Shane got a second chance at the study abroad. And yes, I love the fact that she got a second chance with Pilot, even though for a while there they stopped talking to each other because Shane was focusing so much on Pilot that she didn't focus on her schoolwork or her internship, and those started to slide, so she kind of backed away from Pilot and focused on her studies, and she really just completely grew as a person, and she really found herself, and she's just doing what she loves. And it's such an amazing moment in the book where she finds herself. And oh my gosh, the moment when she's about to give up and she goes to press the detonator, they're gonna blow up, no. She pushes the button to go back to 2017, and it doesn't work. By the way, when she actually went to push that button, I was so flabbergasted. I was like, did she really just try to go push that button? Like, girl, you are given a second chance at life, and you were just like, it's too hard. Even though, yes, I understand why, but it was still just like, girl, just pick yourself up, try again, everything will be okay. And then she goes to the bookstore and finds the Harry Potter book with the note inside of it, and it was so cute. But yeah, so obviously she does study abroad the second time so much better. So when she is laying in the field, or I think it was the valley, yeah, when she's laying in the valley, and then she hasn't been talking to Pilot for a while now, and then all of a sudden Pilot is just standing over her like, hey, what's good? I'm gonna sing you some songs to get you back in my life. And it worked, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. It was great. That moment was just really sweet, you know, because they both are working on themselves, and they found themselves, so now they can find each other, and it was so cute. Okay, so from there we see them a couple years later, I think. Yeah, it's a while later. And Shane's first book came out, and she did really well. And it was just so sweet because, like, she had a blogger talking about her, and she was a blogger, and it was just like, wow, she has grown so much. And if they would have pressed that button, then this wouldn't be the life that she was living. It would be something that she didn't want and wasn't passionate about. And it was just so good. The book is so good. And then at the very end, when Pilate, who did, the right thing and proposed beautifully, unlike Melvin, the proposal was so adorable. And I like how they're talking about how Shane is looking across the table at all the things that he put out, and it just like goes by a lamppost. I'm just like, lamppost. So that was the end of the book, and it made me just so incredibly happy to see them so happy. And yeah, I just really, really enjoyed the book, and I recommend it to basically everyone. That's all that I really wanted to talk about this book. I'm sorry, this wasn't really like a review. This is more of just me ranting about how much I liked the book. But you know what? That's a review in itself. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah. Pick up the book by Christine Riccio, Again But Better, and you will not regret it. Bye!
So it's super dark in my room right now, but I forgot to mention something. So I made a post about the book club for Again But Better and on my Instagram, and guess what? Look, Christine! Can you see it? Christine liked my photo. Christine liked the photo. It's crazy. I just wanted to mention that. Okay, I'm done. Bye.